Hey everybody, so this is a scan from October 26th, 2020, and so walk you through it real quick. So these are my kidneys, that's normal, that's the heart, and that's the bladder, so those always show up. So everything else besides the brain up here is hyperactive stuff. And it doesn't mean it's necessarily tumor, but it means that there's a lot of metabolic activity there, which could be cancer, or it could be inflammation or an infection. So anyway, you can see here, that's the kidney, but there's I can't remember if those were at the base of the lungs there. Okay, a lot of these are on my left side. So this is a heart, and then the heart's on the left side. So you can see that almost everything is on this left side. There's nothing over here. It's awesome. Everything. I mean, it looks good. Even the spine. You know, here's the spine, comes down through here. There's a little bit of something right there. That might actually be right behind the heart. Look at it. But not bad. My doctor says that since I do have an autoimmune disease, that all these little specks could be due to my autoimmune disease. Mixed connective tissue disease. So we decided not to do chemo for the next 2 months and see if these stay the same or go away, which they could go away. So I'm changing my medication for my autoimmune disease. Nice thing is that the ribs look clear, the spine looks relatively clear. There's still some metabolic activity, but that could be because things are healing. It's hard to say for sure. But let me go ahead and show you some of the other images. So this is the colored image. That's the brain. All right, so heading down down the neck. So the spine. So I'm looking at the bone here, and I don't see anything really crazy going on. There's a little, like, you see it's a little red, but that's, a lot of things are red on this one. So it could be that just they were really taking the picture for a long time. But so far, nothing too alarming. Yeah, that's a little bit something they will keep an eye on. And that seems like it always pops up in my scans. A little bit of warmth there, but again, no hole. Oh, it's a joint. I guess there's some inflammation in that clavicle joint there. You see there's a tiny little hole, but really not that very active. That's good so far. Now you can see, now we're getting into some of these other lymph nodes, and there's some activity in the left side, so I'm pretty sure this is the left side if I remember correctly. So come on down. Okay, so there's one of the lymph nodes that we're talking about. Again, it's a little warm, but it's not showing the bright yellow. Because if you compare, that's really, really active, and that's only semi-active. You see there's a little one there too. A little bit of inflammation perhaps on that side. But you can see lots of these little areas popping up, which may or may not be tumors. They may be just inflammation, because I do have an autoimmune disease which causes inflammation. Another lymph node. A lot of little spots here. Again, this was a lot brighter last time, so that's good. You can see the very minor pleural effusion. It's very minor compared to what I've had before, so that's not bad at all. You can see a little more activity. It'll get a little hotter down here as we get further down. Another lymph node. A little bit of activity in the bottom of the sternum. You can see the pleural effusion, just a little bit of haziness down here, and then you can see the little nodules in there. Another, now the heart's got a big old hot spot, and I don't really understand what that's about yet, but I might have to investigate that. It's probably nothing. It just means that probably was pumping harder at that moment or something silly. I've seen that before in my scans, so I'm not too worried about it. But you can see that, I guess if you call it possibly a malignant pleural effusion, because it's caused by the cancer. But that's really interesting that whole I guess it's a ventricle probably, it's so red around the sides. That's kind of interesting. But there was no mention of it in the report, so I guess it's nothing to be worried about. But you can see a little bit more nodule activity. Let me get down. There's the liver and the spleen. And then one of the kidneys. There's the other kidney. Now the T12 doesn't look too bad. A little bit of activity, but that's nothing like it was back in March, I think it was. It's that same little blob that was there before, so I guess it's just part of the urinary tract system. That's not too bad. A little bit of activity there. That's interesting. I wonder what that's about. But not bad. Overall, not bad. You see there's a little bit. See, now these are my intestines, so you can see there's a little bit of heat activity, a little bit of maybe in some inflammation, which is understandable because of the Herceptin and Perjeta I'm on. Well, I call it Pujeta because it gives me massive diarrhea on occasion, like almost every day. But so this can be a consequence of that. There's a lot of that throughout my intestines. You can see all this red through here, and I don't think it's been like that in the past. So this makes me think that either the scan was really, really sensitive. Maybe I had too much of the tracer, because a lot of things are red, and they're usually not this much red in my intestines. So, and I didn't feel that bad, so I don't think I had like a massive infection or anything. And there's the bladder. Now here's some other things. I have some pain in my right hip, and I wonder if this is what it's causing some inflammation over here. It's a little bit over here, but not nearly as much. And then there's also this activity in the thigh muscles, in the inner thighs. So that's kind of peculiar. But overall, not too bad. Not too bad. Some quick overviews here. So this kind of picture, what they do, that's the black and white. These are the current scans. Yeah, these are the current scans, and these are the old. So this is new, and this is old. So you can kind of see between what we had from July to October. Or, yeah, October. All right. Can get an idea. So they're comparing that some of these lymph nodes are kind of acting up again. Again, another one there. Wasn't really there before. My doctor thinks that a lot of these are popping up because when I had this scan done down here, I was on chemo, and chemo in a way knocks down the immune system so that the inflammation should be a lot less. So she's thinking that these that are popping up again are because my inflammation levels are going up again. Okay, but you can see there, one right by the heart there. Another one top of the heart. Where's the one I've worried about here? It's over here. Next to the heart again. Alright, what do we got going on here? Bottom of the heart, or back of the heart. And then more on the ribs. That's another little rib one there, but I think they're looking at, this one up here, little tiny thing. And then, see here, there's that little, this is this time and this is last time, so you don't really see that big white ring, so that's kind of weird. I'll have to ask about that or research it some more. But these are the little nodules in the pleural effusion that they were talking about that weren't there before. But again, that could be inflammation related. They're talking about a little hot spot right here by the rib. Another one there, the one there. Obviously, there's a couple down there. They're just kind of using this to compare, how my disease is progressing or not. But you can see that that's obviously more active than it was before. Wish I wouldn't have blacked that out, but you can kind of see. The pictures aren't exactly the same, obviously, because otherwise you'd be able. These would match, so they're not exactly the same slice. But not bad. This is what all they think they can find is a bunch of lymph nodes. I'm not overly concerned. I am going to be keeping an eye on it, but it's not horrible. It's like my bones. Nothing's in my liver, and nothing's in the lungs. The lungs are pretty damn clear, and the bones are pretty damn clear too. So I'm pretty happy with that. This one here, this is actually better than it was while I was on chemo, so that's good. So this actually got better. This is one in my hip, my right hip, and so that guy's not quite as warm, but that went away. So that's whatever that was, inflammation from something that went away. So that's good. But anyway, so that's a quick idea, a quick view of what went on. Not too much new and interesting, which is good. We don't want new and interesting when you have cancer because that's kind of scary. But this is not too bad. I don't like all these little black specks, but it's a lot better than what it could be. I mean, there could be a whole bunch in my hips like there were before, and so that's really good. There could be a whole bunch in my ribs and my spine, and there really aren't. I mean, from this view here, you can see the spine. It's not black like all these. If I had these little black all the way down, then I'd be really worried. But it's pretty quiet. And I'm pretty sure, again, that one that looks like it's on the spine I'm pretty sure that one's actually one of the lymph nodes. All right, so overall pretty good. We're going to, in 2 months, I'll be doing another scan in mid-January. And hopefully things either look better or are stable. So I don't have to do chemo again. If it looks worse, then I'll have to do chemo again. Lose all my hair again. But we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you think anything here has been informative, please share. If you have any questions, please ask. All right, guys. Take care.